Hi, my loves. Remy, let it go from around the way where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with a Baddies Caribbean episode review. Now, y'all, we're on episode 16. All right. I can't even believe that we're already on episode 16. um I really just feel like, girl, where has the time gone? You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that we are engaging, like, in the content. I greatly appreciate it because I just feel like when it comes to baddies, it's hit or miss. But this one right here, y'all, I have a lot to say. So get your tea, get your water, girl, stay hydrated and moisturized. Y'all, let's just hop into it. Okay. This episode, I feel like, was a little bit better. She gave something, you know what I mean? She gave something, and let's hop into it. So the episode kicks off with Anna and Biggie discussing and talking about the party. Like, oh my God, the party was so lit. We had such a good time. And, Anna mentioned something about TESEKHI making up with ET. And let's be very clear, these girls are sick that ET and TESEKHI were hugging. They are sick about it. And I think it's because it's like, well, if TESEKHI gets too close to ET, then who's going to fight our battles? Who's going to protect us? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that much about Anna because Anna will get in the field for what it's worth. Biggie, on the other hand, they really, really have a vested interest on not letting them two get close, which I don't think that TESEKHI would get close with her at any point. But the fact that they was like, yeah, I gotta, TESEKHI need to watch her back. Like, girl, it's never given that. But whatever. They was really sick about it. So Biggie is like, listen, you need to talk to Mariah. Anna's like, well, why? Why you want me to talk to Mariah? And she's like, no, babe, like, we really need to talk. We really need to talk about this. Da, da, da. And she's like, okay, well, I want to talk to Mariah first. Like, I just want to see where she's at. I want to talk to her first before I even talk about the mom thing. And I feel like Anna in her confessionals is just like, yeah, well, she got her mom involved. She got her peoples involved in that situation. But, Mariah has gone on to say over and over again that she didn't do that. Like, she didn't tell her mom to get out there and fight her battles. That's just something that her mom did. But, she's like, I'm going to talk to her first and hopefully everything goes well. I'm going to stay positive about it. So in the next scene, we have Mariah, which, geez, she's little. Um, my God, is that a frontal? Mariah and Asian Doll are talking or whatever, and Mariah, just chit chatting about Lemmie's party, and Asian was like, "Girl, I'm hung over, man. I'm in here trying to, like, fight for my life." You feel what I'm saying? So, Sapphire comes in and she joins in on the conversation, and they lightly talk about Bianca, and she was like, "Yeah, that situation with Bianca." She's like, "I saw." Asian said, "I saw Bianca, and she was on it. She's like, I'm gonna hit her. I'm gonna fight Sapphire." And I told her, like, look at here, babe. Like, calm down. Nobody even needs that. We're not on that right now. But Bianca was so pissed off. Like, I don't even know what she was so mad about because it really is a time and a place. And it really wasn't given that, girl. You could have been in there networking, securing your spot, letting me know that you're a real baddie. You can be used in different, opportunities. And, I feel like there's a difference between I'm going to do something that's going to potentially, like, uplift my brand. And I can think in Bianca's mind, and she's like, I'm not about to let this girl slide. I'm about to really show her what it's given. But you also got to think from a business aspect. This is why I think that these younger reality TV stars, like, they need publicists, they need managers that can understand and think from an objective standpoint and not just be so emotional. You just focus on being you, a baddie, and a talent and a creative and all of these things. Let the people with the analytical minds come in and coach. And I don't want to say coach you, but help you get to desired goals. Anyway, Sapphire says, she was saying something to me, like she wanted to fight me, but she didn't want to fight the fade or whatever. She was spitting on me like 3 or 4 times. Like, girl, why would you do that? Why would you carry on at that mean situation like that? Why would you be in there still spitting, Bianca? It's really not even that deep. When you was out there by yourself, girl, you ain't have to say to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You ain't want nobody. But now you coming back at Sapphire, which Mariah and what you call them are still cool. Like, you still fighting on, getting, crazy on Sapphire when the situation is deaded now. Like, girl, that was episode 1, episode 2. We still here, y'all. Y'all wasn't able to make amends yet, and so you can integrate into the baddies world for real. Anyway, y'all, objective strategy. That's all I'm going to say. So Mariah, she don't even give a damn. She's like, well, you're just going to see her at the reunion. I'm like, oh my God, Mariah has I don't say no sense of loyalty, but golly, y'all not even, wrapped up with the first season and you already talking. Like, y'all already see the split and divide in their friendship, which is very telling. But honestly, I feel like maybe Mariah and Sapphire have that in common. Like, Sapphire fell out with Suki, she fell out with her best friend and now they're besties. I mean, that's how it looks like it's working in the Baddies universe. Asian Doll was just like, I'm just happy to be here with my unicorn wig on. And I just felt like that scene was cute. They were talking about going to dinner, and everybody is just like, we want to eat something more than chips and Casamigos. Okay. And so in the next scene, we had a really, really special treat. We had the three OGs. Okay. Rollie, Scotty, and Natalie. It was just something that was really, really cute to see these girls together. You get what I'm saying? It felt organic, it felt genuine, but obviously they're still making TV. You get what I mean? Like it was still a little, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm not feeling that. Like, you know what I mean? Like Natalie was popping about ET, Rolly was popping about ET. And so they started talking about the part. It was like, Nat, you was on it, you was drunk, or, Natalie had a good time. It's her boss's, party, she didn't help, save the company and then gave him some real money. He put all the support behind her. So I can tell that, Lemmie's party was special to Natalie too. So they started talking about ET. And there was like, ET was there. I'm surprised that you gave her a hug. And Rolla was like, no, ET, she can have a good time. It is what it is. But I just don't with the fact that she leaked everybody's numbers. And Scotty said, yeah, I did mention that to her. You know what I mean? My number got leaked, but she said she was sorry. She's in a confessional, like, yeah, well, how I am. If a person's gonna say that they're sorry, I can take it for what is, for what it is. And Scotty was so upset, like, I had that number for forever. I had that number for forever. So Natalie was like, me too. Rolla was like, me too. And so Natalie was just like, at the end of the day, I really felt violated that she would leak my number like that. I'm okay with being cordial or keeping it cute, but she can never have my number again. Period, point blank. And so Rolly says, she's childish for that. Like she's too emotional. You can't play her too close because the moment that she gets upset in her feelings, she want to burn the house down. You got to be careful of people like that. I ain't talking on no baddie shit. I'm talking in real life, real world, real time. Be careful of them people who don't have control of their emotions. They are a liability and a threat to your well-being. So Scotty is just like, she just felt like, or is she just coming for the party or is she going to be at the dinner? And then, she was like, no, Natalie said, no, she's going to be there. She's going to be at the dinner. She's going to be coming back to the dinner. And I'm like, okay, like, they're trying to integrate her back into the baddie scene. So Rolly was just like, well, we gotta eat early because I don't want Natalie trying to beat nobody up because we eating the chicken wings or whatever. She said something that was really, really cute, but it was just like a little situation about, last year when Natalie was hopping on Scotty, for eating the food in front of the girls. And it's just like all of the girls are so hungry. Like, do y'all not have, I know they have the food budget. Like, why is these girls not eating? Because everybody was talking about being hungry. So anyway, in the next scene, we have Anna and Mariah link up. And I just feel like y'all just drug this so fucking long. Oh, my mom, she gonna have to get that. Do you need that? Oh my God. Your mama, I'm gonna beat your mama. I'm gonna beat your mama, your grandma. Like y'all did all of this for y'all to be sitting up perched at the fucking beach, sitting beachside saying how sorry y'all are to each other. Like, if this is what friendships look like, girl, I'm okay. I'm okay. And she was like, Mariah starts off with basically saying, like, I wouldn't let my mom do that. Like, I'm a grown woman at the end of the day. I'm going to stand up for myself. A part of me feels good that my mom was kind of like having my back, but I didn't put her on you. And I can understand having that, like an estranged relationship, a difficult relationship with your mom to know that my mom would have my back like that, but I didn't put her in no situation like that. So Anna's still saying, it's an unfortunate situation, but Mariah got her people involved. Like she keeps saying that when that Mariah is clearly saying in the scene that that's not the situation. I can guarantee that they might still have beef at the reunion. Let's just see how it goes. So, Anna gets upset and she's like, I just really never wanted it to come to this because you've been there for me this whole time. I'm assuming that's when Lemmie allegedly broke her face, or her man, whoever he is, allegedly broke her face or fractured her face or whatever. How do you get a face fracture? Come on now. Like, did you fall? If it was a fall, you fell, you was, I don't know. It sounded like an attack. But she was like, I hate that I had to hurt you. I love you. I care about you or whatever. And so they kind of make amends. And it's just like, y'all did all of that to sit on the beach or whatever. And I just feel like for me, as far as me, like when certain lines are crossed, like, maybe they just did that for the show, to keep it cute. You feel what I'm saying? To keep it going. So it's not no bad blood. But like, how can you really be friends with somebody who violated in a way like that? And I have a rule that if we get into a physical altercation, we can never be friends ever again. Like there's none of that. If you steal from me, we can never be friends. There is none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you violate, like it's just none of that. Not in a real way. But I understand that these girls are still co-workers. But I do think that they had a genuine relationship. I hate that they drug whatever they was trying to, drugged through the mud with this whole thing. Because girl, if you was gonna make up with her like this, why even go through all of that? But whatever. In the next scene, we have DTP trying to wake Biggie up. You know what I'm saying? Because she's sick. She's like, "Oh, I'm sick. You know, I have a fever." No, 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 don't sit on the bed. Don't sit on the bed. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. So DTP was just like, "Oh, you know, I know she's sick because she turned down food because you know Biggie don't turn down no food," which cute, light, funny shade, as we love to see it. So the girls are getting ready to go out to eat. And they're just doing their whole thing. Like, I hope that we can really go and eat some food tonight because I know it's going to be some drama. And so everybody is getting prepared. You know how Zeus says they're slow mo of the girls getting sexy. You know, they're doing the makeup, they're throwing on their finest linens and finest clothing for them to go out and have a Royal Rumble. Okay, they're putting their makeup on to go and have a damn food fight. So the girls are on the way to the spot. Okay. So we have the replacements. They're in their little Uber share here. Okay. Got the little whatever car that they're in on the way to the venue. All right. And I don't know. I just feel like they were talking about like going there. They said the same thing. Girl, I'm hungry as hell. I just can't wait to eat. Like, the other girls are in the sprinter. And Anna mentioned something about, well, I don't know if me and Anna could ever be the same, but we did talk about it or whatever the case. Like, you don't even have to put too much on it. Like, all right, yeah, we talked and we patched it up and let's just see, let's just go from there. So Natalie and ROLLIE stops at a spot to, discuss and talk with ET. Now, I think that this was really, really telling. They wanted to kind of clear the air with Natalie, clear the air with ROLLIE before, I'm going to assume, invite her to um, the the dinner. So we see ROLLIE sitting here, ET's walking in through the door, and Natalie starts getting her shit off. Like, at the end of the day, I was being honest with you, and you know, I welcomed you with open arms. You know what I mean? And you leaked my number, you snuck me, you sneak attacked me, and they did a flashback of ET literally knocking Natalie out of that damn chair or whatever. You hear Scotty, "Oh my God, no, wait, no, no, wait." Like, girl, it was a mess. And looking back and thinking back about it, like, I feel like they really did give ET a sweet alley oop, a sweet ass, like, girl, this is a layup slam dunk for you, baby. Like, okay, yeah, the fashions were missing. Okay, yeah, the wigs weren't hitting, but they had you lined up. They had you fighting T lined up. They had you fighting this one lined up, like, and didn't give you no shade. They didn't try to like play you or anything. They accepted you for what it's worth. You know what I mean? Like, from what we could see in editing. And I guess I think ET suffers from, like, imposter syndrome, unworthiness, because at the end of the day we all do, we're all working through something, right? But Natalie was getting her shit off and she was like, she gave her this like bullshit apology, like, "Oh, well, if you feel like I hurt you, if you feel like I wronged you, then, I'm sorry." You know what I'm saying? And Natalie was just like, "You know what? That's cool enough for me. She's not somebody that I would really deal with. But, at the end of the day, ROLLIE, do your big one." So ROLLIE gets this talking or whatever. And she's like, "ET, I really don't understand why you would go onto somebody's platform, go on live and tell all them people, talking with bitches that you was talking to me about, talking about, I left you. I left you. ET, was I not in the trailer with you till 2 a.m.?" She was like, you was on that interview talking about some I knew the energy shifted when you stopped talking to me and you whatever. She's like, "Girl, I was up with you till 2 a.m. so you wouldn't be alone." You get what I'm saying? And she was like, "You did all this bullshit with Natalie. Like, I didn't know what you was going to do. So how can you get up here and go into an interview and say anything about me?" And I really, really, really high key think that she was talking about that interview that ET did with the Liddy show. Because immediately after the whole what you call them was going on, she went on live and was like, all her little South Central homegirls was like, "Oh, she left ET, she left ET. She didn't run, like, she let that story run." Then she went on to the Liddy show and she clarified a little bit, but it was given very much like, ROLLIE was playing for the cameras. You know what I mean? ROLLIE was playing, pandering to her baddies friends. And she not no real John and she left me. Like, that's what the whole overarching feel was. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Did y'all feel that? Leave it in the comments. Like, it all felt like ROLLIE left her out to for dead. And now looking back, that's obviously not what happened. So, they get to talking or whatever. And, I feel like ET was like coming with, I don't know, like, she just had more animosity towards towards Biggie. She had way more animosity towards Biggie than towards ROLLIE than like the other girls. You feel what I'm saying? And so ROLLIE is upset. ROLLIE is really, really upset. So she was just like, you know what? Let me just get up. First they was talking about like, why'd you leak my number or whatever? Why was you acting like that? Why would you leak my number? And ET hauls off and say, because you wasn't answering my phone calls. Like, what? You leaked the girl number because she wasn't answering your phone calls, girl. I helped you get onto this platform. You done came and hit my boss. My boss is looking at me like, or I don't want to say boss, because I feel like ROLLIE does have a genuine love for Nat. And I feel like, girl, I wasn't trying to, feed into the bullshit, because immediately after the reunion, you played and pandered to the lives and did all this and did all of that. And so, yeah, I didn't have much to say. She's like, I'm a grown ass woman. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, you're a child. Like, I can't get with that. And ROLLIE was clearing her. ROLLIE was clearing her. Like, girl, you leaked my number because you felt some type of way I didn't answer the phone. I don't have to answer your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a grown woman. You feel what I mean? Like, and she was like, and this is what I'm talking about, ET. This is why you're gonna be stuck where you at, because you don't know how to move, you don't know how to handle, you don't know how to work or whatever. So ROLLIE just gets up. You know what I'm saying? She gets up and she's walking past ET. So ET stands up. So ROLLIE kind of hit her with her purse, bopped or whatever. So ET got up, and she started popping her boop, 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 boop. ET fast, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah, she kind of got the best of ROLLIE. She really did. She really got the best of ROLLIE on the highest of keys. She got the best of ROLLIE because ROLLIE was one injured or whatever they saying. She wasn't all the way healed. But, she got in the paint as best she could. And then, ROLLIE started going all crazy, breaking glass and doing all this and doing all that. And, you know, I feel like ET popped her. But the way that ROLLIE cleared her, like, girl, this is why you still in the hood. You staying here and you still broke. You did all this and you still broke or whatever. So, ROLLIE and Nat ended up rolling out or whatever, and they left. And he left her, where she was at. Now, if that situation had gone right, I do think that they would have invited ET to the actual dinner. Had she been invited to the dinner, that's an opportunity for you then to integrate back into what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But they left her sitting right there, left you on red, ho. I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm just popping in to make sure you liking this video, girl. It is so like me to have a side conversation within a conversation, is it not? Anyway, y'all, make sure you all are subscribing to the channel because you're already here. That lets me know that you are my type of person. That lets me know that we go together right now. Basically, I mean, does it not mean that? Anyway, y'all, I hope that you are enjoying the video. Let's hop back into it. Bye.
So the girls are coming in for dinner, and the setup is giving very much setup. Okay. The setup is giving set up. So, Nat is, having her little announcements or whatever the case. And she's like, well, I'm going to officially extend an invitation to the replacements. They're going to be moving into the house with us. And I'm like, yay. Like, girl, we're not only on episode 16. I don't know how long y'all been in the Caribbean, and these girls are finally joining the house. Like, okay. So they talk with Asian Doll, or Natalie's talking to Asian Doll. She's like, I'm gonna officially present Asian Doll with the Baddies chain. She came back and she came here to stay. I didn't think that she was gonna make it back or whatever, and I'm gonna officially give her a chain. And I'm like, is it me, or did Natalie already say she was gonna give her a chain? Because the fact that you mentioning it again, like, Natalie either one is being really, really cute, and trying to big up the girls, or she is one being shady. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, girl, we're gonna see. So literally after that, Meatball hauls off, in her strong voice, like, oh, so what is it about us getting the baddie chain? What do we need to do to get that baddie chain? Because I'm just trying to figure out, is it like, what's the criteria or whatever? Sapphire in the confessional, like, Meatball asks a really good question. Like, what meets the criteria to get a baddie chain? And I feel like, Pinkabella's little face right there just says it all, whatever, because I feel like it was low-key shade. But, Natalie was just like, you know what? I feel like, baddies who are baddies don't have to ask about it. They are just baddies and they know. And that was like, I took off my chain off my neck to give Tinka her chain or whatever. So Tinka, she all hype. She clapping all super duper hard. Look how hard she clapping. Look at Meatball face. Look, she clapping right in that girl. Right in her face. Okay. And Meatball looking all sour. So she like, at the end of the day, I gave her my chain. Now I need a chain. You feel what I'm saying? Now I need a chain. She kind of like literally breezed over that real quickly. Girl, what makes you think you about to get this baddie chain with this ain't nothing? This is the first time I seen with a wig. And I'm not even saying you gotta have a wig, get your hair done. We all know that I'm a natural girl. I have locks. I don't even wear wigs no more. I mean, I'm lying. I do wear some wigs, but whatever. They little Cynthias that I just wear around. But we ain't seen you be nobody this whole time. And the moment you want to get into a fight, you trying to pull out a razor. Girl, that's giving criminal. That's giving criminal activity. So, they go into whatever it is they go into. So I feel like I don't know where the replacements get started. The food comes out like, oh, we are really actually getting some food, whatever. So then after they get the food, Nunu gets it popped off. And she was like, well, we need to kind of talk about the situation with Mariah and Anna. And then Anna pops off like, girl, we ain't got to talk about no situation. We don't even know you, girl. We don't even know you. We only know you because you Antonio. Oh, this scared me. Antonio Brown's because you're Antonio Brown's baby mom. Like, girl, we don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? And so, Nunu's still popping like, well, at the end of the day, I just lost my mom. And I know if somebody was to hit her or whatever the case may be, it would really be going up. That's all I know. It would never even be a thing. And she just looked like she ready to be on some, like, I feel like, okay, it's your time to sound off and make it be known. But then we really need that commentary? Maybe. I'm up in the air with it, I'm gonna let her have it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Anna, she was still like, whatever. What I did like is that, Rolly was in a confessional, like, I know she don't want to talk with Anna, she baby Floyd Mayweather, which Anna doesn't really give it up like that. But I do think that it's cute that the OG girls, which Anna is not an OG to me, but Rolly understands like we're still gonna protect ours, which we're gonna get into a little bit later. So Gretchen announces that, girl, I hate twin hounds, but I'm gonna go home and get some real treatment on my elbow. It's really causing me a lot of pain, girl. Toodles. Jayla ain't do shit but roll her eyes, girl. Toodaloo. Okay. Skip to the loo, bitch. I don't care. Good for you. Good job, girl. Y'all did y'all big one. Y'all finally got this girl at the house. It's like, I'm gonna miss you, crazy girls. Like, girl, well, however you feel, sis, good for you. So, um, I don't know. After that, I think Kiva started talking, and Kiva was just like, yeah, TESEKHI, I just feel some type of way because, Scotty and you gave me my ticket, and I feel like, y'all switched up, y'all turning, y'all kind of turning on me, and, I'm just keeping it real. This is how I feel. And TESEKHI was so like, she be so uninterested in them girls, like, yeah, well, at the end of the day, Pink Bella in the house, and I got a better relationship with her. It's not that I'm not turning on you. I just know her more. And yeah, so, what's next? And so, Jelly says what she had to say. She's like, I just love y'all. And, I'm just so glad to be here. Jelly, you was better off not saying nothing. Okay. And this is when Kylie pops in like, girl, shut up. Shut up. You got this zebra looking, oompa loompa looking girl in here talking, girl, shut up. And she mad because Jelly must have snuck her or whatever the case may be. So when Kylie starts getting brolic, she throws something, which like Kylie, I feel like you got it popped off too early. Like it wasn't the right time. You threw something at her and it didn't even make it over to her. You were supposed to stand up, start arguing, boom, boom, boom. Now you in the center of the little situation, right? You know what I mean? She was supposed to wait till she get like right in front of Asian, even Natalie. Now security might be engaged, maybe not. Then you throw something, boom, so then it lands on her. Now she mad. She mad enough to hop over the table so we can actually get some little squabbling. You throwing that motherfucking grape from way over there past the Seki, past this one, past that one. It's just like, girl, you just getting it popped off too soon because by the time y'all get to each other, security is already engaged. And Kylie, for you to be that big, I feel like we ain't really see you put up, mama. We ain't see you for real pull up on nothing for real. Not for real. What I did peep is soon as Kylie started getting brolic, Jayla hopped up, boom, because Jayla on that. I like Jayla though, because I feel like one thing about Jayla, she don't care. She gonna get in there pretty, bald head, slim, whatever. She out there. So that's where the episode kind of ends. We're going to see Pinkabella and Meatball in the next episode kind of get into it, some sister squabble type of situation. She's like, I'm never dealing with you again, bro. Like, girl, all right, cool. And then we see Kiva and Nunu tearing into DTB. Tearing into DTB. We see Kiva and Nunu both jumping on DTB. One thing about DTB, she's going to line up her fades, but you know, we see them, she fighting back to back. We're going to see Jayla and Kylie. Hopefully Jayla really kind of put the pause on her. And I, in the beginning of the season, I thought that Kylie was going to come in and do her biggest one. I liked her because of her, her aesthetic, her body type. Like she is like, to me, really, really attractive. However, the way that she be moving behind Gretchen, weird. The way that you pitch yourself to the corny team, weirder. When you already got affiliations and associations with Zeus Network, I just feel like, girl, you just played that so wrong to me. Um, and then I just feel like a lot of these girls that's from the hood and whatever, y'all trying to play to the hood people that you come from. But if you're trying to elevate and be a star, reality TV star, you got to think broader than that. You get what I'm saying? Like we're not just only trying to get the hood girls, we're trying to get the girls, the suburban girls, the working girls, the sex working girl. Like we trying to get the whole, you know what I mean? Like obviously you're not gonna be for everybody, but I just feel like they be thinking real narrow minded. Okay, episode. It was cute. It was cute. Let's get into these final thoughts. Okay, so let's get into Miss Natalie Nunn. She is the generous queen. Um, I think that first and foremost, I hate these bowls. Hate them. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Lime green hair with the dark green rolls. I know she swore she was eating it down, but it was like too many of them. Like, girl, that looks a mess. Like from a distance, like, girl, what you got on your head? Bad. So it just doesn't look good. All of what whoever is styling them and doing their hair and makeup is like ordered a bulk of bows, from Amazon and just like literally take as many as you get. I hate it. I do want to say that I think that she opened up her arms to ET. And I say that in respect to, boy, she is Natalie Nunn. You feel what I'm saying? Like as much as she could, I think that she gave ET a fair shot and she picked it up. And she didn't really have to. I think she did that off the strength that was Rollie's people. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that she really was genuinely surprised by the whole ET thing. And that made me feel like, maybe Miss Nat is not that much of a villain. I think the money is softening her up a bit, perhaps. DTB. I love this look. I like when the girls give us a good natural look. This, like, she looks the most beautiful here when I've seen her in this. And the girls like the fun pink and lime green hair and all these things. But this big afro, I think it fits her aesthetic, it fits her face, her features, her body. This was the best that she looked to me. But she ain't peeping the girls, okay? When she came in that room and said, "Oh, we going out to dinner," and she was like, I'm sick," and what you call them was like, "Oh, don't come close, don't come close." Like, I just feel like it was giving like, girl, not too much, and we ain't cool like that. All right, babe, see you later. Like, yeah, girl, not too much. And the fact that I'm seeing Kiba and Nunu fight DTB back to back to back, and ain't none of the girls, none of the baddie girls who you've been in the house with the real official cast say nothing or do nothing. It's like y'all just kind of like just letting DTB find her way. You feel what I'm saying? And like we're past the part of like the replacements is coming and taking the DTB spot. Like she's already earned her spot. And I feel like those Zeus girls be looking at her in this different way. They can look at ET and be like, yeah, that's just the now that's TV flunky. Like she ain't no pressure. DTB is a little bit of pressure for them because once she come in with a couple of funds, she already got the body, she got the look. Y'all can say she ugly all she want, but I'm sure a couple of y'all is following her. You feel what I mean? So it's like I just feel like them girls don't really like her like that, and she's not peeping it. She don't really realize that. Hate that for her. I want to say that Rollie looked really good in this episode, and I know a lot of people in the comments, "Oh my God, Rollie looks so pretty! Oh my God, Rollie, Rollie, Rollie." First of all, Rollie been pretty. Rollie has been pretty. Like I think that she was just bigger, and because so many of us are fat phobic, we can't see past somebody's weight that they're ugly. Like her face is still giving always. She's always been a pretty girl. I do want to talk about Rollie and the whole ET thing. I think that Rollie is really kind of hurt by the whole ET situation because once she dragged it, you know what I mean? Like you out here apologizing to TESEKHI that beat you down, I took the bitch down, pound town. You apologizing and kissing rings of these bitches. But for real, I put you on, sis. I gave you an opportunity. You know what I mean? It's nothing like, oh, get me into your job, sis. Get me into your job. Yeah. You all right? Can I use you as a reference? Girl, you let them use you as a reference. They come to the job, they high, they smelling like weed, fucking up. Now HR looking at you like, damn, that's your people's. I put you on, and not to mention, ROLLIE had her on transforming ROLLIE too. She looped her in and all of that. Like you put in some money in my pocket, you giving me an opportunity, and I'm not trying to say that you got to be eating like how Scotty be on that, but have a little sense of loyalty. Like have a little sense of like you out here apologizing to girls that's your ops, but sister, I was the one who vouched for you to get you here. That's crazy to me. I would be hurt. I would be hurt. You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna pop off on me, but you hugging TESEKHI. You gonna pop off on me, but you apologizing to Sapphire, Scotty, Natalie, all these bitches, and I had your back the whole time. Yeah, I feel like they both got done wrong. Honestly. And finally, Miss ET. My feelings about ET has changed. My feelings about her has changed because before I was supporting. I was like, yeah, ET, she just a little rough around the edges. She just, she need an opportunity. Da, da, da. I feel like she had it made in the shade with a glass of lemonade. They literally rolled out the red carpets for her. All of the fans wanted to see her. They understood that and they supported her. They ushered her into a good season. Even when she, like I said earlier in the review, she ain't had the look, she ain't had the fits, she ain't had a makeup, she ain't had a wigs, but they still treated you like, you know what I mean, you good. Even like when Asian said in last week's episode, like, I just seen her just standing there and I told her, like, girl, you deserve to be here. You're good. You're good here. And I just feel like when you have certain people who have like these traumas, these trauma bonds, these issues that they're not willing to work through, you can never get through to them. ET probably still sitting somewhere like, yeah, that bitch rolling this, that, and the third. But whole time, sis, you don't even realize, even if you didn't want to deal with her no more, she still put you on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very, very simple. Like even if I'm not really standing, I'm not really rocking like that no more. Like for instance, if I decide like I'm not going to do those reviews no more because it's just too much, or now that's TV, I'm not going to really deal with that no more because it's too much of my mental. I'm going in a different direction. Fuck them, whatever. I'm never gonna be like, oh yeah, nah, because they so like, you know what I mean? Of course, I feel like that. I have my critiques and my criticisms, but I'm also gonna understand that, like, I'm gonna have a respect of, well, I did one do something that I wanted to do. My shit did pop, and I appreciate, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate being able to get up here, pop my shit, because they pursued their actions. Therefore, one hand washes the other, and I pursue mine. And it's just like, even on a very basic level, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. ET really didn't appreciate the opportunity and she squandered it away because you want some hood rat shit. Girl, you somewhere else now, baby. And instead of doing what you had to do, you kissed the rings of all them bitches. Everybody. You couldn't make that shit right with ROLLIE so you can go to that next scene and possibly, get back into the fold and back into the loop. For what? To go back to your homies and wherever you at and be like, yeah, you stood on business. That's stupid. That's like when niggas go outside and they popping, they going crazy. Yeah, well, I killed such and such, but the nigga back back home, they understand it with me, girl. But you locked up for 30 years, dummy. That's stupid. And a lot of these girls really need some direction. I'm really kind of like disappointed in ET. I feel like I've had situations like that in my own personal life where it's like, damn, sis, like I really fuck with you. You on some weird, like you weird. You feel what I mean? Like I feel like that was weird. I want to know what y'all think though. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. I really want to know what y'all think about ET in this episode. I want to know what y'all think about Anna and what you call them making up, girl, because that is a little annoying to me. And I want to know what y'all think. Drop down in the comments. All right. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.